Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. By calling Jack from her office and leaving a message, Anna demanded an update on the situation regarding whether or not he was attempting to save Sasha. Rick entered the room just as she was hanging up the phone. The trial of Ava Jerome will begin very soon. I still have a responsibility to safeguard my client to the best of my ability, notwithstanding the awful events that have occurred in recent times, Rick remarked. During the time of Christina's accident, he was interested in learning more about the images that were taken. Rick stated that he had copies of the book, but he was curious about where Anna obtained hers. It was brought to Anna's attention that her statement had stated that photographs of a confrontation had been brought to her attention. Rick was impressed by her explanation, but he was still curious about the identity of the photographer. Rick felt there were reasons that the whole case should be thrown out. Upon reviewing the file, Anna verified that Dante was the first law enforcement officer to arrive at the incident. However, she was not aware that the room Christina fell from was actually Ava's. Anna said that Chase took control once she was brought in. Rick pointed out they didn't have a motive to arrest Ava until Jason was involved. This is a direct question for you. Was Jason the one who gave you with the images in question? Rick queried. Anna said a PI hired by Sunny took the images. Anna stated she didn't acquire the images from Sunny but accused Rick of exploiting the case to get to the brother he loathed. Rick added that the fact that Anna would believe Jason shows either bias toward Ava or extraordinary naivete on her side. Which is it, Commissioner? Rick asked. Rick said he thought that Anna was too close to known criminals, and as a result, she was willing to bend the laws for them. Anna's phone began to ring, and she instructed Rick to see himself out. Alexis went to the Quartermaines to see Scout, but she was already asleep. She thanked Olivia for allowing Scout and Danny stay there. Olivia added that Alexis was welcome to live there, too. Alexis told Olivia that she thought Scout and Danny should live with her. Alexis pointed out that Drew would be in Washington a lot if elected, and she didn't think Jason was prepared to parent a teenager. I don't think Sam would want Jason to raise Danny alone, Alexis added. Olivia and Alexis sat on the couch and grieved for Sam. You know what they say about how mothers aren't supposed to outlive their children? It's true, Alexis said sadly. Alexis showed Olivia the ring that Dante gave Sam. Olivia expressed how delighted Dante had been about it. I know this sounds crazy, but some part of me is happy that my son got to propose to the woman that he loved more than anything and have her say yes, Olivia cried. She was so happy, Alexis remarked before crying down. I hope this doesn't come out the wrong way, but I'm actually glad that you were there with Sam, Olivia revealed, and Alexis tearfully agreed. Dante stood outside the Quartermaines, and Brooke Lynn checked on him. She questioned whether he was cold, but he claimed he didn't know how he felt about anything. Brooke Lynn carried Dante inside and attempted to get him to eat. Dante stated he didn't know how he would take care of his family on his own without Sam. Brooke Lynn invited Dante to remain there and claimed he was a great dad. Dante just didn't feel like a family without Sam. Chase came in, and Dante looked heartbroken, watching them be a pair. Dante told Brooke Lynn and Chase that Rocco was silent and trying to be supportive. Chase noted that Sam and Dante were engaged, and Brooke Lynn questioned Dante about it. Dante acknowledged he proposed after surgery, then excused himself from the room. Brooke Lynn told Chase she had just managed to make a devastated man hurt even worse. There is no worse for Dante right now, Chase said. It just keeps getting sadder, Brooke Lynn wailed. Brooke Lynn said Chase she was delighted he was home from Seattle as she missed him. She stated that his snoring comforted her. They acknowledged how lucky they were, especially considering the situation with Sam. Chase explained how it had been in Seattle with Violet. He added that Violet wanted to remind them she still desired a relative. Brooke Lynn said they should start taking actions to make it happen. Something like this? Chase remarked before kissing her. Chase and Brooke Lynn discussed tracking cycles and using apps to plan for a baby. Chase emphasized that he didn't want to lose being spontaneous. They agreed however it happened, they just wanted to produce a baby together. In the living room, Alexis told Dante she was starting to work on funeral arrangements. Dante told her anything she chose was best. He noticed the ring and recalled showing it to his parents before proposing. "It feels like I bought this ring ages ago," Dante stated. "I don't want to rush into things, but I want to give the kids as much stability as I can," Alexis told Dante. Alexis stated that she knew Dante was grieving but thought Danny and Scout should live with her. Dante believed they would all live together at the Quartermaines for now. Alexis agreed it would help the kids not be lonely without their mom. Dante felt he would grow old with Sam and couldn't picture his existence without her. Alexis understood that was how it was supposed to be. Dante hugged Alexis. Tracy walked to the barn and asked Cody where Sasha was. "If Sasha took off, I'm sorry, but I'm the last one she would tell," Cody added. Cody said that, for once, he didn't goof anything up. "Turns out Sasha and I are first cousins," Cody remarked. Tracy cackled and wondered how it was possible. Cody revealed that Sasha was the daughter of Robert and Holly. Cody discussed Holly's parenting or lack thereof. Tracy encouraged Cody to consider himself lucky that he had dodged a bullet. Cody and Tracy argued that Sasha was not like her mother. Cody thought that even if Sasha pulled a few cons, it made her even more ideal for him. Tracy reminded Cody that he wasn't that person anymore. "You wouldn't say that if you knew what I pulled the other day," Cody told her. Cody informed Tracy how Drew paid him $50,000 to keep silent about something. That he made out with Willow and was banging her mom? Tracy asked. Cody was astonished that Tracy knew. Tracy smiled and added that the whole family knew and that they had paid individuals to guarantee it didn't become viral. Cody regrettably stated that he shouldn't have gotten drunk and gone for Drew. "No! You should have held out for $100,000, Tracy replied. Cody laughed and stated he was drunk and not thinking. He ranted about Drew and how he felt that Cody could be bought. "I found it insulting," Cody remarked. "I think this situation proves that Drew is actually a real Quartermaine," Tracy said. "Philandering is definitely in the family DNA, but Drew didn't grow up in the family." "But there you have it, his roots are starting to show," Tracy told Cody. Tracy informed Cody that she would teach him how to invest. She begged Cody to keep his eyes on Drew, and they would bring him down together when he inevitably strayed. "Anything that involved bringing down Drew, count me in," Cody responded. General Hospital spoilers for Monday, November 11th, suggest that Drew Quartermaine will visit by the Quartermaine Gatehouse to see whether Willow Corinthos is okay after what transpired between them. Willow may protest to Drew popping in as it's preferable for them to keep their distance at this point. After Willow admits she thought they were on the same page, Drew may admit he finds it tough to remain away. Now that Drew and Willow have crossed the boundary, it's connected them on a whole new level that'll be tough to shake. Elsewhere, Natalia Ramirez may come to Christina Corinthos Davis' rescue. Monday's GH Peak shows Natalia outside in the dark somewhere while she makes a phone call and acknowledges she's in trouble. It appears like Natalia might stumble, discover Christina in peril and send Sunny Corinthos an SOS. General Hospital spoilers predict that Christina will offer an emotional plea, so she might ask for Natalia's help after breaking down about Sam McCall's demise. Over with Diane Miller, she'll give Alexis Davis some sympathy along with some wisdom. "If you don't, there won't be anything left of you," Diane warns in Monday's preview video. Diane may comfort Alexis that it's absolutely natural to mourn, but she can't let that sadness consume her to the point where she loses herself totally. Alexis still has people who need her, so she has to avoid sliding so far into that sadness pit that she can't crawl out. Next, Felicia Scorpio will push Sasha Gilmore Corbin to give her mother a second chance before it's too late. Holly Sutton gave up the diamonds without hesitation to save her daughter, so Sasha will deliberate over whether they can create a true relationship. As for Mac Scorpio, he'll demand to know what Holly has pushed Robert Scorpio into. Mac will gather updates on all the Sasha kidnapping news and make a prediction about Holly causing further difficulties if Robert doesn't send her away. However, Robert will consider what's in his heart and may find he's never truly going to get over Holly. There's an unbreakable link between Holly and Robert, one that's even stronger now that he knows they share a kid. In Jack Brennan's office, Holly will work to receive what she's due, so she may push for more answers regarding the Jen Sidwell business. Holly may seek reassurance that actions are being taken to eliminate Sidwell since he's still a menace as long as he's alive. At the PCPD, Anna Devane will ask how long Jason Morgan has been lying to her. Jason hasn't told Anna the whole story about Sonny's diamond transaction with Holly, so she may force him to come clean now. Finally, Brennan will insist there's one thing he can do for someone, so we'll see what favor he's ready to pull off. General Hospital spoilers predict that Danny Morgan will continue to struggle over Sam McCall's demise, but he could get pushed into even more trouble shortly. That's because vengeful Jen Sidwell has finally hit Port Charles, which means Jason Morgan and his loved ones could be in severe danger. Sidwell and his crew have kidnapped Sasha Gilmore from the Quartermain estate. It's evident that Sasha's association to Holly Sutton will put her life in peril. With that in mind, may Danny's ties to Jason put him in peril, too? After all, Danny is right there in the Quartermain estate together with Sasha. It'd be easy for Sidwell's guys to swipe Danny as well, meaning they would kidnap both Holly's daughter and Jason's son as leverage. There's even a chance that Danny has already been seized off-screen as part of Sidwell's retaliation and upper hand. Jason was the last person to handle the stolen gems, so he'll undoubtedly be part of all this drama, and that could bring Danny into it as well. It'd be smart for GH to save a surprise or two that weren't mentioned in the weekly promo. Danny's abduction might add an extra twist and really spice up the intensity. Jason just lost Sam and couldn't stand the notion of losing Danny, especially so soon after his mom's funeral. The prospect of telling Scout Quartermain her brother is gone next is simply too terrible to even think about. That's why Jason could pull out all the stops to assist rescue Danny and Sasha before it's too late. We know Jason will spell out his requirements for someone later this week based on the spoilers. Could that involve Jason arranging a transaction with Sidwell and trying to get the hostages back in exchange for the stolen diamonds? Carly Spencer will also be participating in the rescue attempt after watching Sasha become kidnapped. Since Carly has been bonding with Danny lately, maybe the writers were building the framework for Danny's part in this plot. Whatever the case, Carly will seek Jack Brennan's assistance and put her own life on the line as the danger gets worse. General Hospital spoilers claim Sidwell's explosion will apparently impact Sonny Corinthos' warehouse before the week's done, so we'll bring you more predictions on the aftermath and updates on all the worrisome news ahead. She claims they are in sorrow, and Jack was the next best thing. He appreciates her coming to him and says he'll handle things from here. He shows her the door, surprising her. She wants to be there. He declines. She reminds him that he let her watch the drone strike, but he does not want her to go any further than she already is. "You're worried about me," she says. Carly turns into Brendan. Jack informs her that Sidwell is dangerous and has killed. She may either go and pretend she never contacted WSB, or he will place her in protective custody right now. She assures him he won, but gives him a filthy look before leaving. He smirks and says that was uncalled for before closing the door and instructing security to monitor Carly until he says differently. Carly upset Brennan. Anna and Robert meet in Robert's office to decide how to approach Sidwell about taking his daughter. Anna is concerned that Holly would leave without providing the jewels to the man. Robert denies she would do it, but Anna believes she would only flee. Anna promises to bring Sasha back no matter what. Robert and Anna GH. Holly arrives at Pizzello's to find Sonny, but Jason says he is not available. Holly is furious and needs the jewels, but Jason explains the arrangement is that they stay there. Holly wants her gems. "Screw the deal," she says, informing him that Sidwell has her kid. Jason asks her to wait for him while he walks into another room. He returns a moment later with her baggie of diamonds, telling her he'll accompany her to hand them off. Jason works with Brennan to rescue Sasha from Jen Sidwell. Today on General Hospital, Alexis receives encouragement from Sonny, Brad consoles Lucas, and Portia wonders that letting Lucas operate on Sam was a mistake. During the recap of General Hospital spoilers for Thursday, November 7th, it was revealed that Alexis Davis had a conversation with Sonny Corinthos about the fact that she had given up Sam McCall when she was a baby and that she believed she should have never let her go. Alexis was now concerned that she was being punished for abandoning Sam, and she felt guilt for the years that she had missed out on. Alexis received a motivational speech from Sunny, who shared with her everything that Sam had learned from Alexis and recommended that she should be grateful for the time that they had spent together. When Portia Robinson was at home, she confided in Curtis Ashford about her concerns over the autopsy and the potential that Lucas Jones was the one responsible for Sam's death. Curtis discussed his trip to Alexis and described how he was unsure of what he would do in the event if Portia suddenly disappeared, just like Sam. Portia soothed Curtis by assuring him that they would not take their marriage for granted, and as a result, they allowed their desire to flourish. While this was going on, Jack Brennan decided that he did not want Carly Spencer to become any more involved in the Jen Sidwell drama than she already was, so he expelled her from his office while he dealt with the subsequent stages. Brennan also made a phone call and wanted eyes kept on Carly until he indicated differently. During the episode of General Hospital, Lucas disclosed to Brad Cooper that he might have been responsible for Sam's unfortunate end, but Brad was of the opinion that he had done everything correctly. While Brad hugged Lucas, Carly witnessed it and urged Brad to back off. Brad headed out, but Lucas wasn't troubled by his efforts to soothe him. Despite this, Carly's behavior suggested that Lucas had a large number of other people on whom he could rely, and she made a prediction regarding Brad's efforts to reintegrate himself into Lucas' life. As for Lucas' guilt over the procedure, Carly persuaded him to understand that he simply did what Sam wanted and shouldn't blame himself. Holly Sutton located Jason Morgan at Pozzolo's and asked that the diamonds be returned to her because Sidwell had taken Sasha Gilmore Corbin hostage as a result of her kidnapping. Jason handed over the diamond bag and insisted on going with Holly to help. After Anna Devane and Robert Scorpio bickered over whether Holly would do the right thing, they walked to Brennan's office. That's also where Holly went with Jason and the diamond purse. Once Holly gave Brennan the diamonds, she pressed him to get her daughter back. Brennan and the others encouraged Anna to leave since Sidwell warned against police involvement. After Anna was gone, Robert pushed Brennan to expose all the nasty details about Sidwell. Over with prisoner Sasha, Sidwell eventually appeared and delivered updates on the diamond situation. Sasha claimed that Holly abandoned her and pretended like Sidwell's scheme wouldn't earn him his stones. Instead, Sasha showed off some snarky assurance about conning Holly out of the jewels if Sidwell let her go free. Sidwell didn't buy it, so he was banking on Holly to come through or else Sasha would suffer the price. Once Sidwell contacted Holly, Sasha affirmed she was okay on speakerphone. Holly told Sasha that they were going to get her back, but Sidwell warned it would only happen if she followed his exact orders. General Hospital spoilers claim some terrible times are building for Sasha because to Sidwell's demands, so stay tuned for more details on the crisis. General Hospital spoilers for Friday, November 8th, suggest that Brooke Lynn Quartermaine will sit down with Harrison Chase and discuss about the things we can do to make it happen. It looks like Brooke Lynn will be addressing strategies of becoming pregnant sooner, therefore she might suggest greater privacy would be useful. Brooke Lynn and Chase are set to make a significant choice together, so that could mean moving out of the Quartermaine home. Meanwhile, Alexis Davis will have Danny Morgan and Scout Quartermaine's living circumstances on her mind. In Friday's preview video, Alexis tells Olivia Quartermaine that she thinks Scout and Danny should come live with her. Of course, Olivia may have reservations about whether Alexis can actually keep it together enough to support the kids right now. Jason Morgan and Drew Quartermaine will have to weigh in soon as well, but Alexis will believe her house can give the most stability for Danny and Scout. Over with Tracy Quartermaine, she'll tell Cody Bell that he's lucky he dodged a bullet. Tracy may acknowledge she never felt Sasha Gilmore Corbin was suitable for Cody, and things definitely would have been worse if the cousins had really slept together. After Tracy provides her version of a pep talk, she'll do some brainstorming with Cody. We'll see if that involves Cody's efforts to buy Serenity or perhaps a Drew takedown plot. Although Drew paid Cody hush money, Tracy may argue he deserves a downfall. As for Rick Lansing, he'll see Anna Devane and put her through a grilling session. Since Anna doesn't owe Rick any explanations, she may divert her attention back to waiting for information on the diamond drama and Sasha's rescue efforts. GH teasers predict Jason will be summoned to the police station at some point, but he'll be busy negotiating with Sidwell in the meantime. After Jason meets with Jen Sidwell, he'll insist on seeing Sasha before he turns up the gems. Jack Brennan will lurk in the shadows and let his crew know that no one moves without hearing from him first. We'll see Brennan do his part to help Sasha out of this predicament, but Holly Sutton and Robert Scorpio will still be worried sick. Over the phone, Robert and Holly will push for word on whether their daughter is alive. There'll be some nail-biting moments, especially since it appears like Sidwell's going to set off a massive explosion. General Hospital spoilers believe it might be this week's huge cliffhanger, so we'll bring you more predictions on the impact of Sidwell's actions. Sidwell next targets Danny and Aiden? General Hospital spoilers suggest that Jen Sidwell is in Port Charles, and he has multiple axes to grind. His first visit after he got in town was the Quartermaine house where he grabbed Sasha Corbin right in front of Carly Spencer. Sidwell wants the diamonds that Holly Sutton took from him, so he targeted her daughter in order to use her as leverage to obtain his priceless gems back. General Hospital spoilers: Jen Sidwell has other targets as well. Anyone who met paths with Sidwell in Africa could potentially face his fury. There's really little chance he will let Sasha survive even if Holly gets him the gems. He looks just as interested in revenge. That means Dr. Isaiah Gannon, Lucky Spencer, Jason Morgan and Anna Devane could all find themselves in danger. But maybe Sidwell intends to take something much more important from them. GH spoilers: Danny Morgan and Aiden Weber may pay for the sins of their fathers. Both Jason and Lucky have adolescent boys, Danny Morgan and Aiden Weber. Perhaps much like with Sasha, Sidwell believes the greatest way to damage Jason and Danny is to go via their children. That means either Danny or Aiden, or both, may be next on Sidwell's target list. And if it's Holly who has the gems, perhaps he won't seek any form of ransom and plot to kill both boys to punish their fathers. Perhaps he won't seek any F. She points out that he does not have to do this, but he is doing it for her and Sam. He informs Alexis that she may not have been there from the start, but she was there at the end, and she should be glad for the time she spent with Sam. Alexis leans into him. Portia arrives home to Curtis, who is already in bed. He can sense she is anxious and embraces her as she sobs. Portia tells him that Sam's pre-op tests and post-op findings were flawless. Curtis acknowledges he's having difficulty comprehending this, as he and Sam were close. Portia claims Lucas battled for his sister, and she was present when he had to call her time of death. She enjoys her profession, but it can be difficult at times. Curtis brings them some wine to help ease Portia's anxieties. Portia is concerned about the results of the autopsy, as she feels responsible for allowing Lucas to operate on his sister. Curtis claims it was Sam's decision to have Lucas operate on her, and she is not at blame. Portia hopes no one is, but she is concerned that the autopsy will reveal that she died as a result of a surgical error. Portia inquires about Curtis's day. He says he went to see Alexis, and she is devastated. She's hanging in there, which is more than he can say about Dante. It reminded him never to take her or their marriage for granted again. She says they won't, and the two kiss. In Brennan's office, he asks Carly why she has come to him for assistance. Carly reveals Jason and Sunny recently lost someone close to them. She chose to trust him, don't make her regret it. Brennan thanks her for her faith in him, says he'll take care of the rest, and begs her to leave. Carly doesn't understand and worries whether he's working for Sidwell. He says he is not, so she asks why she must leave. Brennan claims Sidwell saw her when he stole Sasha, and she is a witness, therefore she cannot become involved any further. Carly realizes he is worried about her. He informs Carly that Sidwell is dangerous, and she must leave and pretend she never called the WSB, or he will place her in protective custody. She says he won and storms out. Brennan shouts, "That dirty look was totally uncalled for, young lady." Brennan makes a call on his own and puts a tail on Carly. In the hospital locker room, Brad apologizes to Lucas. Lucas tells Brad that he cannot do this right now. Brad says he doesn't have to hide his unhappiness from him. Lucas sobs, unable to bear the thought of his sister dying as a result of his actions. Brad claims he spoke with people in the OR and was told everything went great, and his extraction was faultless. Lucas regrets performing the procedure because his sister has died. Brad explains that it is not his responsibility, but Lucas claims they are unaware of this. He never should have had the procedure, but Brad claims it would have happened anyhow. Brad believes he would never have been irresponsible during surgery, especially with his sister. Brad tells him it's not his fault. Lucas mentions that he was always adept at pep talks, but this one isn't helping. Lucas can still hear the alarms, feel the shock of the paddles, and pray for a reaction before having to name his sister's time of death. He did all he could. Brad takes his hands and tells him he did everything he could, but Sam had already left. They embrace. Carly quickly appears and cries, "Back off." Brad explains that he was merely soothing Lucas. She doesn't mind and wants him to remain away from her brother. Lucas tells Carly that everything is good. Brad leaves, but first informs Lucas that he knows where he is if he wants to talk. Carly informs Lucas that Brad is simply exploiting this tragedy to worm his way back into his life, and there are numerous people he can turn to. Lucas wonders why she's here, and Carly answers that she came to check on him. He claims that as Sam's surgeon, all eyes will be on him, and that he should never have allowed Sam to convince him to do the surgery. He never thought that working on Sam to save Lulu would result in Sam's death. Carly claims he did what Sam requested him to do, and Sam does not want him to blame himself or believe she died for nothing. Anna discusses their next moves with Robert in his office, but Robert responds that Sidwell has stated no police. Robert claims he only wants to collect the jewels and give them to Sidwell to set Sasha free. Anna claims there is no certainty Holly will give the gems to Sidwell. Robert does not believe Holly will endanger their daughter. Anna begs to differ, since Holly knows Robert will pick up the pieces and rescue Sasha if she flees with the jewels. Robert does not believe Holly will do that and believes it is time for them to leave. Holly comes at Sunny's restaurant and discovers Jason. She explains that she needs to visit Sunny, but Jason argues the timing is not ideal. She wants her diamonds back, but he maintains the deal was to stay here. She responds, "Screw the deal, Jen, Sidwell has my daughter." She fills him in, and Jason agrees to take the jewels. He brings them to her, but also says he'll accompany her to deal with Sidwell. Sasha beats on the door of the room she's imprisoned in, while Sidwell listens from the other side and says, "Feisty, just like her mother." Sidwell enters the room, and Sasha informs him that he is making a huge mistake. She claims her mother will not give him a cent in ransom for her release. Sidwell claims he does not want money, he wants what Holly took from him. Sasha informs Sidwell that Holly abandoned her on her grandma to run scams, and she suspects she fooled him by pretending to love him. Sidwell claims she did, and then stole his gems. Sasha hopes his jewels are insured because Holly's biggest scam is pretending to be a mother, so she refuses to hand them over in exchange for her daughter's return. If he wants his diamonds back, he may let her go, and she'll fetch them for him. She claims Holly will never give him the diamonds, but her mother taught her well, and she is aware of all her tricks. He'll have to let her go to reclaim his diamonds. Sidwell claims he knows Holly and all of her antics. He says he recognizes she's just like her mother, so no big deal. He looks forward to meeting Holly again and expressing her how he feels about her betrayal. Sasha believes Holly is long gone, and Sidwell says she will have to pay for her mother's crime if that is the case. Anna and Robert go to Brennan's office to devise a backup plan in case Holly does not come through. Holly arrives with Jason, tells him it's unnecessary, and hands Brennan the jewels. She tells him, "Get my daughter back." Anna wonders if Jason knew about the gems, but Holly defends him and swears he didn't. Anna and Robert understand Holly went to Sunny to fence them, but Holly claims she had no idea how dangerous Sidwell was. Brennan says he has everything they need now, thanks Anna for arranging the meeting, and believes she knows the way out. Anna claims this is her domain, but Brennan says Sidwell does not want the police involved, and she must follow correct protocols, which takes time they do not have. Robert and Holly beg Anna to listen to Brennan. Jason assures Anna that he can handle the situation, and Brennan advises her to trust him. Holly also trusts Jason, so Anna agrees to delegate this to Jason and Brennan. Anna says they know how to reach her and that Brennan should warn her before taking drastic measures. Anna leaves, and Robert wants to know everything Brennan knows about Sidwell. Brennan says he will give him everything he can. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.